I think I just found the next big crypto stock of 2024. Now, CleanSpark is a company that has been making headlines ever since they released their earnings yesterday with immense beats on earnings per share and revenue. They, of course, are a crypto miner in the United States, and it seems that all the pieces are falling into place for them more so than ever. If you're new to the crypto mining scene, if you don't know who CleanSpark is, don't worry, I'm gonna get into all of that with you in today's video. Very quickly, if you watch until the end, you will understand who CleanSpark is, what's going on in the Bitcoin mining scene, and you'll be fully up to speed to drop some facts on the next first date. Because if there's one thing I know, girls love graphs. So listen up, you're hearing it from me, Bruce Bradbury, Graph King. We'll check the news, and then we're gonna check Webull. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe to the channel below. 2024 is gonna be a very, very interesting time for crypto, and I'm gonna be bringing you straight facts, straight great research. We're gonna be diving into all of the news that you need. Now, of course, if you've been a follower of the channel, we have noticed that the Bitcoin halving event occurs in 71 days. This is a great graph showing that Bitcoin is currently undervalued 25%, and I get this from BTC Power Law, Giovanni over there, who we just made a video about. Giovanni is an excellent, literally an astrophysicist who is now full-time just working on the Bitcoin Power Laws theory. But of course, we're here to talk about the miners today. The miners, of course, CleanSpark is one of the miners, and we're gonna head over to Webull and see, wow, this is crazy. CleanSpark up 26% right now. Of course, at market open, we spiked up, but as per usual, you do get a little bit of a drawdown. So we drew down all the way back to 1195. So what is going on here? Very simply, CleanSpark filed their annual report. We're gonna get into those details. Revenue growth, CleanSpark reported a 165% year-over-year increase in revenue, reaching $73.8 million. So there are multiple ways for you guys to get the insight, get the feed. You can go over to the CleanSpark press release. You can go over to their PDF. You can also just go to the actual governmental 8K report that they filed yesterday. Now, if you're interested in reading further any of these documents, I'm going to be linking everything that I'm talking about in today's video in the description below. CleanSpark describes themselves as America's Bitcoin miner. We own and operate data centers that primarily run on low carbon power. Yeah, CleanSpark responsibly develops infrastructure for Bitcoin. So we gotta go to Yahoo real quick and fill in the gaps of the rest of this report. The company achieved a net income of $25.9 million, substantial improvement from the previous year's loss of $29 million. The adjusted EBITDA soared to $69 million, reversing from a negative $2 million in the same period last year. Hash rate expansion. Current hash rate surpassed 12.5 with a target to reach 20 in the first half of the year. We can get a visualization here. They've currently got 106,000 miners deployed, and we can see this project roadmap that, of course, really excited investors in this report. We can see a timeline. Currently, their hash rate, and this is just the capacity at which the production of how efficient they are at mining the Bitcoin, how much Bitcoin they're mining, is 12.5 right now. By the end of the year, they're expecting 20. By the end of 2024, they're expecting 32. And by 2025, they're expecting a hash rate of 50, which is very optimistic, very optimistic. Balance sheet strength. Total assets stood at $862 million with a strong working capital position of $139 million. Let's go back over to that actual 8K report, and we can get the lowdown on their assets. They've got $50 million in cash, $127 million in Bitcoin, total mining assets, $484 million, total assets, $862. So that's where that number comes in. Now for liabilities, they have $42 million in liabilities. These are, things like loans that they may owe to people. Total liabilities, $52 million, total stockholders equity of $810 million. So listen, everyone, you can get caught up in the weeds of looking at this balance report and thinking, oh, numbers, 42 million, 800 million. But listen, this is a really great balance sheet. They have literally almost no liabilities. They basically have cash on hand to cover all of their liabilities. So this is a very strong balance sheet that I am looking at right now. Let's look at the net income. The company achieved a net income of 25 million. So essentially, it's really strong income compared to the amount of debts that they have. And also, what I'm really loving about CleanSpark, they do have a post-halving break-even scenario. Of course, if you've watched my video on the Bitcoin halving event, you'll understand that once the Bitcoin halving event occurs in 71 days, the reward for mining Bitcoin gets cut in half. All in Q1 and projected post halving. So this is Q1 of 2024. All in cost to mine 1 coin of Bitcoin for this company is $21,059. Now post halving, that cost is of course going to increase. All in cost per coin is now going to be $28,000 post halving. So we can see here that they have a very strong gross margin, gross profit of 61%. Of course, we can expect the gross profit to take a hit, but that's going to take a hit for literally everyone. The whole Bitcoin network is going to take a hit. Now, I found this article that puts CleanSpark in the 1000% gainer category, and I want to read a little bit further about CleanSpark from their perspective. CleanSpark's operational strategy includes a balanced approach to maximizing holdings while using Bitcoin to fund operations. This reduces reliance on equity for operational expenses. Notably, the upcoming Bitcoin halving event prompts the company to lean into a strategy that ensures flexibility in capital decisions. Additionally, the acquisition of Sandersville, Georgia's largest Bitcoin mining data center is a key focus for CleanSpark. Ongoing expansion. Furthermore, CleanSpark's focus on maintaining flat corporate overhead. This suggests significant financial effects equivalent to lowering all-in costs by almost a full 1 cent per kilowatt hour. CleanSpark's choice of Georgia as a home, given its access to abundant and net exported energy, highlights the strategic importance of energy availability. Energy is very important because Bitcoin mining is very energy intensive, of course. Okay, so now finally, we're going to get into the technical analysis portion of CleanSpark. And for that, I'm going to have you guys direct yourselves to the next video right here. I'll put it here. The next video on CleanSpark, go and watch it, technical analysis. See you guys later.